Dishes to Green. He feeds it to Leonard. Six on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Pachulia.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
You know, you look at Jaja Pachulia, and he's the guy I think that's underrated. He can really score around the basket. He knows how to use his body in a physical manner, and he can step out and knock it down from 15 feet, too.
Now, here's Curry. There's the three. And the basket good. Curry's got the first bucket of the game with the three for the Warriors. Golden State on D. It's a three-point game. Back to Pachulia, originally from the Republic of Georgia in Eastern Europe, and has played most of his career in Atlanta, Georgia.
You know, probably a little different. Atlanta.
It is, Steve. It is a lot different, actually, than the Republic of Georgia.
Just a little.
Yes.
But he's really solidified his place in the league. Tough. He throws his weight around, draws fouls. All the things you like in a backup center.
And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. Leonard, the pass to Aldridge. Fires from the wing. They get it again. Out to Parker. Dedmon, guarded by Green. The second chance effort. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And I think for the Warriors, when you look at rebounding, that's where they made the most improvement last year. In fact, they ranked dead last in defensive rebounding in each of the previous 5 seasons, but they were number 1 in the league last year. What a turnaround.
Now, here's Thompson.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
And a fast break now for the Spurs. On up the court. And the shot is good.
Now they finally connect with their 4th shot of the game.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. We talk about the rebounding turnaround for the Warriors in 2011 and 2012. They were out-rebounded Clark by an average of about 7 rebounds a game than last season. They out-rebounded the opposition by over 2 a game.
You know, that's basically a 9-possession turnaround. Look at it that way. And that's huge. I mean, it really helps explain how they went from a 23-win team to a 47-win team over the course of one season.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide-open look.
The Spurs have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Outside Leonard. Green. The feed to Parker. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Lets it fly. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Parker.
Not really the shot they were looking for, but still they got it to go.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And Doris Burke caught up with Coach Greg Popovich. Doris?
One player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that without fouling him.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Here's Pachulia. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot.
Good D, good D.
Clock is at 3. 0. And again, no good by Golden State. San Antonio leading. Left side, Leonard. Fade away. It's rebounded by Pachulia. Pachulia's got his 3rd rebound tonight. The dish to Thompson. From 17 feet out. And the bank shot is good.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field.
Coach Popovich was fined last season for sitting out his top players in a nationally televised matchup against the Heat. I certainly understand the league's posture there, and it was a lot said about it. Yet, for a veteran team like the Spurs with championship aspirations, I understand resting key players during the course of the regular season.
And the Spurs with possession following the score by Golden State. Outside Leonard. Outside Leonard. That one a little long. And back to that fine for Popovich, $250,000. Steve, that'll leave a dent.
Yeah, no doubt. But, Popovich enjoys tweaking the league at times. This was clearly an effort to do that. But, look, I think it's good for him to actually, kind of let the league know every once in a while that if you're going to give us that kind of schedule with my older team, I'm going to sit them down once in a while.
And here is Parker. After the 3-pointer from Klay Thompson. Parker outside. Leonard, he's covered by Thompson. Leonard, no luck.
Boy, he has been struggling mightily in this quarter, guys.
True. He really seems to have tightened up a bit for whatever reason. He looks tight. He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Fans don't like that call one bit.
Well, the officials got an earful as a result.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Spurs trail by 6.
Steph Curry is virtually impossible to defend. I mean, he can hit from anywhere on the floor. In the gym range, personified with Curry. Mid-range jumpers are like layups to him. And inside, he's got the floater finger roll and the runner. You always expect his shots to go in. It's like watching a game of horse at full speed when the highest stakes are on the line.
Here's Lee. After the made shot from Klay Thompson. Ginobili outside. To halt the run. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And Steve, shooting, no doubt, Curry is fortunate. He narrowly missed the All-Star game last season. I mean, I can't believe he didn't get elected, and he seemed to be the one glaring miss. When you watch his game, where can he improve?
I think offensively, he's got the whole package. I think it's at the other end of the floor where he can probably improve. He needs to compete a little bit more defensively. But that's tough to do when you're handling so much of the offense for your team. But he's got to find a little more balance, I think, between his offense and his defense.
Both free throws good from Ginobili.
What an amazing run it was for the Spurs last year in the postseason. Swept the Lakers, survived Golden State, and then dismantled Memphis on their way to the NBA Finals. And then, of course, were seconds away from another championship banner.
Here is Livingston. He with the block. Here's Simmons. 1:14 left here in the opening quarter. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Simmons got his first points in this one. Now getting back to the Spurs, they look better and better as they went deeper into the playoffs. Clark, Heat were thought to be the heavy favorites at the start of the NBA postseason. But when they met in the finals, thoughts on who would win, I think, were pretty much split.
Yeah, and eventually, this was one heck of a series because the Spurs not only had experience and talent, but they had multiple options offensively and did such a terrific job sharing the ball. They took the Miami Heat to the limit, but at the end of the day, it came down to LeBron James and Dwayne Wade rising to the challenge.
Here's Iguodala after the made shot from Simmons. The jump hook. And it's Iguodala missing. For San Antonio, they've gotten just 3 of the first 9 shots to go down in this game. Here's Mills. And the bucket counts. And he's got his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top. Ron, if you want to get better defensively, watch this guy play basketball because it's like a textbook. I mean, he's always in the right position. He anticipates things so well, and he's as good at taking charges as just about anybody in the league.
Very true, Steve. I mean, he's also one of those guys who doesn't take long at all to get on a roll offensively. He's a fun player to watch when he gets hot.
There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Barnes. Back to Iguodala. Some nice passing by Golden State. Livingston kicks it to West. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Here's Mills, defended by Livingston. Mills dishes to Gasol. West is there. Gasol passes to Mills. Feeds to Ginobili. And another basket for San Antonio. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far.